Hello everybody, welcome back to NF Marsch. We have a ton of stuff to do today. Our soybean field is ready to harvest, so we're going to take care of that. And in order to do that, we're going to get ourselves another harvester so that we have two. We may end up selling the first one once we're done with the harvest. But, kind of depends on where we are money-wise. But before we start that, I got to take care of our cows, make sure they are fed. All right, that should be pretty good. Yeah, they're almost full. So that takes care of them for a couple of months. I didn't notice how much water or milk was in there. All right, they need some water. Ooh, and there's a ton of milk in there that we need to transfer over to the dairy. So we'll get that done real quick. Make sure the animals are taken care of. The sheep have plenty of grass for a couple more months, so I'm not going to worry too much about them. We have a ton of clothes being made, but the best price for them is not going to happen till September, I believe. So we have a little bit of time before we need to concern ourselves with selling clothes, but when we do, that's going to be a lot of money. All right, let's take care of water first. And then I think before we buy the new harvester, I'm going to go ahead and sell whatever dairy products we have, just to give ourselves kind of a buffer on money. I think we'll be fine. I know which harvester I want to buy. So I think that's going to be good. It's kind of an unrealistic harvester, so that should be fun. And I'm going to take advantage of some loopholes to save us even more money. I think we had like 52,000 liters of milk here. That's going to go a long way. I spent 100 grand and I put another 60 cows in, so now we have 300 even, which is good. That's probably why we have more milk right now, is because we have an extra 60 cows. We still have another 190 to go. So as we make money, we'll put another 60 in. And they will breed at some point, so we will have some free cows. It'll be a while before they produce much, which is kind of why I want to get the mature cows in there, get as many mature cows in there as possible before they reproduce. Because at some point, we'll just be full. All right, so we got our milk going. Let's grab the slurry real quick while we're thinking about it. I don't know if there's any left in here or not. Just a little bit. Ooh, and it wouldn't take it. All right, so it's about time to swap out our silo for the Grain Quid Pro, which will hold on to a whole bunch more slurry and allow us to distribute it to the BGA as we need it. But we do have a bunch of grain in there right now, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and wait until winter, when we can sell off all the grain that's in there, and then we can start with a clean slate. Okay, so let's go ahead and sell off some dairy products and kind of get a little bit of money ahead. And then that way, when we buy our new harvester, we won't be completely broke. That makes me nervous. when we have this much stuff and zero money. And I know we've got, $1 million in clothes there. So I'm not terribly worried about it. We're going to make a bunch of money in September. We're going to make a bunch of money from the soybeans that we harvest today. The price for soybeans is best in June, so this is going straight from the field to the sale. And we should do pretty well on soybeans. And then we're going to plant that big field in carrots, and we will be set up to make another couple $1 million. All right, so where is the best price for dairy right now? We make all these products, but I'm really not going to try to take each one to the place with the best price. I'm just going to kind of see. Yeah, June's not bad at all for everything, I think. Well, no. Oh, no, we don't have place. We have Quark. Yeah, June is good for pretty much everything. So let's see what we've got here. It looks like overall our best price is going to be at Aldi. So it's a little bit of a drive, but we haven't been to Aldi yet, so we might as well go and sell our stuff for a really good price, and then we'll get started on our harvest. If we were playing this game with the canals in place, this would not be possible. Because this would all be canal. I think there's a road up there. I hope we haven't painted ourselves into a corner here. Yep, there's a road up on top of that levee. You got enough power, Anthem? Can you get us up the hill? Doesn't look like it. Oh boy. Alright, let's see if we can cut through this person's yard. I'm terribly sorry. I'm so very sorry. Because Aldi's right back here. I could have come on the road, I suppose. That would have made life a little easier, but we got to see some things that not everybody gets to see, so that's good. All right, let's see if it was worth the trip. All right, not bad. That gives us some breathing room. We can buy our harvester. All right, I'll meet you guys back at the farm, and we'll get to work harvesting some soybeans. All right, I'm gonna grab these 2 trailers and take them over to the soybean field. We're gonna need them for our harvester, the twin screw, because we're gonna have to empty that. several times. Whoa. I don't think we're going to have to empty the new one because it has a pretty unrealistic capacity. So if we have to empty it, we've got 400,000 liters of capacity here. So I think we'll be okay. I don't think we're going to get 400,000 liters of soybeans out of that field. But we might get 2 because it's a pretty large field. We'll see. Whatever we get, it's going to be a decent profit because I think the last time I looked, the price was at about $3,300 per 1,000 liters. So I think we're going to do pretty good. Okay, so we have that. We have that harvester. So we are going to buy ourselves. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump out here. I'm going to reset to the store. And we're going to buy a harvester. But let's check the sale first just to make sure. Yeah, that's not nearly big enough. I'm buying a harvester that, well, here, I'll show it to you. We are going to buy, which is, I think, one of the best buys in the game, the Colossus. The Lizard Colossus. And we're going to go Colossus Unrealistic. Actually, we're going to do Colossus Large Unrealistic. That gives us 153,300 liters of capacity. We're going to get it in case colors, and that will become, the reason for that will become clear very soon. Going to put all the rest of this in black because I like the way that looks. That's a sharp looking harvester. That's got everything we need. It's $351,800. We're going to buy that. That leaves us with $167,238. And now we're going to take advantage of the system a little bit. One of the mods that I have is the Case All-in-One mod, which is a really cool harvester. And it does all kinds of different crops. But it's very expensive. It's an extra $100,000 of expense that we can't afford right now. But the headers that come with it, like this one that does all of these different crops, including corn and sunflowers and cotton and soybeans, it's free. So, but it only comes in case colors. It's a John Deere header, but it only comes in case colors. So that's why we had our harvester in case colors. We're going to go ahead and buy that because it don't cost nothing. And it's 15.2 meters wide. So it's big. It's big and it has a huge capacity. So we bought ourselves a new harvester. And we kept our old harvester, which I think is important. If it turns out that it doesn't help us so much, then we can go ahead and sell it. We could probably get, a couple $100,000 for the harvester and the header. Okay, this may have been a mistake. Can I squeeze it through these 2 trees? No, I cannot. All right, let's see. I feel like I've done this before. Can I sneak through it again like I did on this one? Or I sneak past it there. And turn. And then back up. Hey, that worked. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to move this harvester to get this one in. So I'm just going to go ahead and start this and take a little off the top of the header here. the headland. I'm sorry. I'm going to use the header to harvest the headland. See what I did there? All right, now everybody's got room to turn around. I'm going to go up this side because it's kind of a funky shape. This is a big field. We're going to get a lot of soybeans. But it's not like this header has a tiny, or this harvester has a tiny capacity, or even a tiny header. I mean, this is a 12-meter header. So it's a very capable harvester. It's just not quite as big as the Colossus. But a great piece of gear. This will turn around in no space at all. The Colossus takes a little doing. Yeah, you see the yield on soybeans is not nearly what you would get in a barley field or an oat field, wheat field. They planted this very, very close to these towers, didn't they? All right, I'm going to put a worker on this, and let's get the other harvester going. We'll let that one turn around first. Then we'll go to the other side of the field. And we'll get this one going. And we should be able to get this job done in a short amount of time. I'm going to get it set up right here. And this seems like a good time for a time lapse. Well, I knew it was going to be faster, but I really didn't expect it to be quite that fast. We got that field done in no time at all. That's pretty amazing. This harvester is something else. Although I'm not sure we even got 100,000 liters out of this field, which is what I was hoping for. All right, let's empty the other harvester and we'll get a grand total. Went the wrong way. This may still be my favorite harvester in the game. I just love how you can turn it on a dime. It seems to take less time to turn around, which is a nice thing. Oops. Although it is a little slow at emptying. So, you know, everything has its strong points and its weaknesses. Neither of these harvesters have any severe weaknesses. They're both just great to use. And we're almost done. All right, we'll just pull this over here. And it looks like we have 81,995 liters, which is going to be great. Let's see where the best place to take it is. Who's got the best price on soybeans right now? I have too many mods. All right. It's going to be Bonhoff. And I think that place is fairly close. Yeah, and that blows the historical price out of the water. So we're going to head over to Bonhoff and we're going to sell our soybeans. See how much money we get for them. I'll meet you guys over there. All right, we got 298,940 plus 20,292 in environmental score. So we're pretty much back where we were before we bought the harvester. So the soybeans bought us a new harvester. That's a cool thing. Well, we got a load of 750,000 liters of straw out of this field. So we'll dump this, go back and get the rest of it. That's probably another, I don't know, 25, 30,000 liters laying out in the field. So we'll end up with somewhere near 800,000 liters of straw from that field, which is awesome. Because we're going to turn that directly into silage. Wow, we got another 90,000 liters. That's crazy. That gives us about 840,000 liters of straw out of that field. Unbelievable. Well, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. In the next episode, we're definitely going to be planting carrots in our freshly harvested fields, and I have a feeling that's going to be a pretty big job. So don't miss that. But for today, I think that's about it. If you like this video, I sure would appreciate a thumbs up or a subscription. If you did not like this video, please post a comment and tell me why. Either way, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time.